Hello there, welcome to another episode of Darth Marshall Builds here on Midland Earth with me, Lewis Marshall. Going to be a bit different today. This episode isn't going to be a LEGO review, but I am going to be reviewing one of the new games that I've got. But actually, no, not more of a unboxing. So, as some of you probably know, yesterday, which was the October 16th, was the release of the latest Pokemon game, Pokémon Legends ZA. I did pre-order it. I ordered the Deluxe edition. It arrived 5 minutes before I got to go to work, so I actually didn't get a chance to actually look at any of it before I went to work, so I figured I'd do it now, film it, stick it online, and then later on, once I've done some playthroughs and whatnot, I will look to give it my own review. Maybe I will look at streaming some games later down the line, as I am getting the new Jurassic World Evolution game when that comes out next week on the 21st, so I'll probably about to do something similar to that. If that's something you'd be interested in, seeing some streams. There are quite a few gamers here on Midland Earth, as well as myself, so we could look at doing that as well. Let us know in the comments. But let's get into it. So we'll start with box. Standard box. Royal Mail. You open it up. Oh, it's Mario! So with me getting the Deluxe edition, not only did I get a copy of the game itself. Here we are, Pokemon Legends ZA. I've only got the Switch at the moment, so not Switch 2. Whether I upgrade and get that later down the line is a possibility. If I do, maybe I'll do a bit of a comparison as to how they both play. But with the Deluxe box version, you got a couple of extra gifts that came with it. So, new baseball cap with the Mega Evolution logo on the front. There we are. Need a new hat, seeing as my dog recently shredded my Spider-Man one, so nicely timed. As well as part of the Deluxe edition, there were 2 statuettes. So there was the first statuette. So there are 2 statuettes with the Deluxe edition. So the first one, Mega Charizard X. I want to say X. It's quite nice, detailed. Obviously, if you're getting Charizard X, you get Charizard X, they're also going to provide you with Charizard Y. Again, very nicely detailed, as you can see. Quite nice. Bit disappointed they're not bigger. So the Deluxe edition over here in the UK was $69.99. I was expecting them to be a little bigger. They're not the biggest, but you know, they're still quite nice. Very nice little models. They can go alongside my other Charizard Statuette, which I got with part of the trading card game. We also got, as part of the Deluxe set, a mug, nice mug, with all 3 of the starter Pokemon from Legends ZA. So Chikorita, Tepig, and Totodile. Which of the 3 I will be choosing remains to be seen. From what I can tell, from what I've seen of the game pre it being released, obviously it's based on the Kalos region, so you're going to be looking at having quite a lot of the Pokemon from that particular game. For those of you that did play X and Y originally, you eventually, after getting your original starter Pokemon, you then got to pick from the original 3 Kanto Pokemon. So I would imagine that Charmander, Bulbasaur and Squirtle will be available to pick in this game again. And again, from what I understand, you're also going to get to pick a third set from a third set of starter Pokemon. So based on what I've seen, I'm probably leaning towards at the moment my original starter might be Chikorita, which probably is a bit of a bold choice. Not everyone will probably agree with that. The Kanto Pokemon, probably going to go with Charmander to get the Charizard. And then, if from what I've seen is right, it will be Froakie, so that I can get Greninja later in the game. I think those three will do rather well, but we'll see. If I stream it, we'll go from there. The next item, quite fitting for the UK. I won't open it because obviously, you know, I'm not superstitious myself, but there might be people out there that are. Pokemon Brolly. One of those little handheld ones that fits in your backpack type ones. Maybe I'll gift that to Amy. She always likes a Brolly. And then the other thing that came in the deluxe box set were a couple of pins, badges. And these are in a nice little box. And they are, of course, of the 3 starter Pokemon that you get to pick from in the game. So again, Chikorita, Tepig, and Totodile. Starting to get a nice little pin board up downstairs. So we've got obviously those 3 can go on it. We've got a couple of little Pokemon ones. We've got an Elder Scrolls one. And because I went to Star Wars Celebration back in 2023, I've got 3 from that as well. So that's what I was expecting from all of the deluxe box. What I wasn't expecting was there to be a third statuette, which I wasn't aware of. And this is because I pre-ordered the game. So because I pre-ordered it, they threw in a third one. So yeah, the third statuette that I got with this is a statuette of, again, all of the 3 starter Pokemon from the game. So Chikorita, Tepig, and Totodile. Nice little surprise that, because I wasn't expecting it. I don't think it was until after I'd actually pre-ordered the game that I noticed that this was also going to be part of the order. So for, let's say, $69.99, I don't think that's a bad little deluxe box set that I've got there from Nintendo. Arrived on the day, I'll say 5 minutes before I was about to go to work, so that was a bit of an annoyance. But overall, I'm quite happy with what came in the box. So we've got the game for the Nintendo Switch, 3 statuettes, 2 Charizards, Mega X and Y, the 3 starter Pokemon all together, a Brolly, of course, nice new baseball cap, mug, and of course the pins. Really, really good. Looking forward to playing the game. I'll look to do a review once I've got through that. And say, looking at possibly doing one for the Jurassic World Evolution 3 when that comes out next week, because I am looking forward to that. I do like park builder games. If that's something you'd be interested in me potentially streaming, let us know in the comments. As I say, there are other gamers in the group. Dave does quite a bit of gaming. Oliver, JJ dabbles. So if that's something you'd be interested in us doing as well, please do let us know. Will also be eventually completing the review of my UCS Death Star. That is now all built and complete. It took a bit of time, with it being over 9,000 pieces. It took us a bit of time to build, had work, training the new dog. Life gets in the way, so it has been a bit of a delay, which is why there wasn't a video last week. For that, I do apologise, but there will be a Death Star build video, well, review video coming out, and I did also try and do a bit of sort of videoing as I went along it bag to bag. So if I can put that together as well, that'll come up as a bonus video. But thanks very much for watching. Have you got the new Pokemon game? Did you get it on the normal Switch? Did you get it on Switch 2? Let us know in the comments what you think of it, who your starter Pokemon's going to be, what's your team going to be. And we'll look to review something further like that in the future. Thanks very much for watching. I hope to see you all again soon. Don't forget, like, share and subscribe, and we will see you soon. Thank you.